Hey guys, so today you have your letter back. I graded those. If you'll go and look at the feedback and go look at that information. If you did not submit your letter, or if you have a zero, get that submitted ASAP and email me if you need help with that or can't figure it out. Email me. We'll get something set up so that I can help you. Otherwise, we're going to be going over what we're looking at today. All right, so that should have been enough time for you all to look at your letters. So let's talk about what is going on today in class. If you go to the top of our landing page, you'll notice in the scrolling announcements and info, we are kind of give yourself a hand, give yourself a pat on the back. You are done with your first World Studies project. We have been able to go through all of our need to knows for the project and mark those out. We've written the letter, we've worked on the charter, kind of know our expectations. Kind of understand how distance learning works. We were able to kind of reflect on our goals and our current mindset, hopes and fears. We learned kind of the basics of project-based learning and how to get a project started and how we work through it. You know what your freshman rubric looks like and where to find it. So we accomplished a lot in this first project, kind of introducing you to world studies and setting some goals for the year. So right now we're going to transition over and we're going to start our next project, okay? So we're going to do another entry document. So this is similar to the assignment we did last week. We're going to do kind of knows and need to knows, and then and that's called the complete the if I'd only known project entry document assignment, and then 2, complete the career interest test assignment. Okay, and that's going to go along with our entry document. You're going to find out about that in a moment. So I'm going to go into my student view so that you all can see what your screen looks like. So if we scroll down, now we're done with the student orientation project. We're done with the world studies project. You can click those close. You can click up here at the If I'd Only Known project, or you can come all the way down to the bottom, whichever one works best for you. And I'm going to open that up. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen, am I?
No.
Sorry. And just a reminder, just during class, let's let the Google chat continue just to be a place for questions during class. If you get here early, I don't mind if you are using that as conversation, but just during a class, let's just leave that for questions. So we're on our class page. Since I wasn't sharing my screen, I'm back to sharing my screen again. We can scroll down and we can see the If I'd Only Known project. And if we open the If I'd Only Known project, it will take us down to this project. And what you should only be able to see is the entry event and the organization binder checklist. Okay. I'm going to double check and make sure that's all you all can see. All right, so going back in there, sorry about that. Going back down. All right, still letting you see everything. Refresh here. So everybody can see what you're supposed to see. And if you refresh now, it should only show the entry event. So if we go into If I'd Only Known project and we're looking at the entry event, so now you only see 2 things. So don't stress, you don't have to do all those things that are in there and the assignments are all wrong or the dates are all wrong on there. The only 2 things that we have to do today is the If I'd Only Known entry document and career entry or interest test. So if you refresh, you should be good to go, and all you'll see is If I'd Only Known entry document and career interest test assignment. So If I'd Only Known entry document. So let's click on that. And that's going to bring us into this assignment. And it looks very similar to what we did last time for our entry document. Okay. So on this document, you'll be reading and annotating for knows and need to knows. Okay. So let's review what's a know, what's a need to know. So knows are things in a project that you already know and don't need to figure out. Okay. Need to knows are things in the project that you have questions about and need to research, think about, ask questions. So you're going to come up with that same list of knows and same list of need to knows for your project. On the Google Doc, you will read and highlight the knows in light green and need to knows in light red, just like last time. On the second page of the Google Doc, you will write your knows, what you already know about the project in the space provided, and then write your questions concerning the need to knows in the space provided. So again, simply saying it, highlight, read through, then highlight in green the things you know about the project you don't have questions about, and then in red, highlight the need to knows, things you have questions about. So how to create or submit your assignment. So again, we have this easier system to use Google Documents instead of opening in it and making a copy and submitting it. This is much easier. So what you're going to do is you're going to click, and I'm going to go through this again, although most of y'all probably have this figured out. You're going to click on the Create an Attachment from Template. So right down here, you're going to click on Create an Attachment from Template. So you just scroll down in the assignment, and everybody should be doing this with me. So I'm going to give you a second because I think some people are just watching me. So go into the assignment. If I'd only known entry doc. Take a second to do that. I'm going to get GoGuardian up because I forgot to do that. Sorry, it's Friday. I feel like I'm all over the place. So everybody should be opening up that document, opening up that assignment. You're going to hit Create Attachment from Template, and it will copy template to your Google Drive. Give that a minute. Sorry, you're starting to GoGuardian. And then that will go ahead and add that document to it and go ahead and hit Submit My Work. Once you have the document created, hit Submit My Work, and that submits it for you, and you don't have to remember to go back and hit Submit. Just go ahead and hit Submit My Work, and that will submit it, and then you can edit the document as you go, and it will keep it submitted, no problems, okay? So make sure to Submit My Work, okay? Then you can come back over to this If I'd Only Known document that's in Echo now and hit that little Open button, the square with the arrow pointed up. Click that Open button, and that'll actually take us to our document, okay? I do have GoGuardian on now. If you need to chat or ask any questions, you can jump in there and ask questions if you want to do it privately instead of jumping onto the Google Meet. So let's look at this document, If I'd Only Known. Now, I haven't started it yet. I'm kind of letting you go from the beginning, highlighting your knows in green and your need to knows in red. So this whole document should be highlighted. It's taking a second for it to upload here. And we're going to read it together. So we've got our title at the top, If I Had Only Known, and then we got this image of this guy kind of standing across this bridge with this puzzle piece in his hand, trying to get to his goals. So you can see how this project is a great kind of segue from our last project where we're focusing on our future, focusing on our goals, and now we're actually going to start planning for that and start thinking about that. So let's read this. So everybody's reading along with me. Everybody, on this first read through, we're not going to highlight anything. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to read. So for this project, you will choose a career cluster and perform SMART research to explore potential future employment. Using SMART research, students will select credible sources by testing their currency, reliability, authority, and purpose point of view, the CRAP test. The freshmen must also organize their sources using MLA format and provide a works cited page as evidence of their finding. So right away in this first paragraph, you're going to notice there's a lot of things we need to figure out. Let's keep going. When researching potential careers, students must take into account many aspects of their future profession. All of the following must be considered: education level or training required, cost of education or training, requirements for education or training, high school GPA, test scores, application, projected salaries of profession, the work environment of the profession, hours worked, vacation time, physical demands, etc. During this project, students will select a specific career and build a career pathway brochure for their chosen profession. The career pathway brochure must include the required education, training, job experience, certifications, key skills and strengths, and personal attributes needed for the career. Your experiences and newfound knowledge will better prepare you for your future. So, right away, we know reading this document, we have a little bit of a shorter entry document this time, but reading this document, we know we are planning for our future. We're planning for our future job, okay? Our future employment, and we're trying to figure that out. Now, the English/social studies side of this is one of the key things that you're going to be doing in this class is researching, writing, obviously, and then validating and making sure your sources are credible. Okay, we're going to do that in our history research, and we're going to do that in our English research. Okay, so this is a great project to do both on. Okay, one, to be thinking in project-based learning and OAA about your future career, and then two, to be thinking about how am I a better researcher, how am I a better writer, how am I able to look at these sources and know if they are good sources and pass that CRAP test that we're going to talk about. So let's go through the first paragraph, and I'm going to help you to highlight that first paragraph. Now, you're going to need to do it with me because this isn't your copy, and you're not going to be able to copy this copy. This is my own copy, so you're going to need to do this with me as we go. So for this project, you will choose a career cluster. So right away, I see a word that you've probably never heard before, career cluster. So I'm going to go ahead and make that light red, career cluster, and perform smart research. Now, you've heard of research. You probably don't know what Mr. Richard or what I mean by smart research. We're going to highlight that smart research. And it's capitalized, so SMART probably stands for something. To explore potential future employment. Okay, so do you know your future employment? Probably not. You might have an idea of what you want to do. We're going to take a light red and highlight that. Using smart research, and I'm not going to highlight it again because we already have it highlighted. Students will select credible sources. Okay, so right away, I'm seeing another word, credible sources. What does it mean to be a credible source? Okay, I'm going to highlight that in light red too. By testing their currency, reliability, authority, purpose, point of view, the CRAP test. So I'm going to highlight all that. So what is the CRAP test? How do I test its currency, reliability? I've got maybe 2 or 3 need to knows in that one sentence. Okay, so you're kind of highlighting with me, going through with me, and we're right now just highlighting a bunch of red. Okay, the freshmen must also organize their sources using MLA format. So what is MLA format? And works cited page. What is a works cited page? As evidence of their findings. So right away, even in the first paragraph, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 6, 7 actual need to knows. Okay, so I'm going to let you kind of look at that for a second. I'll be right back. My phone's ringing. Hold on. Mr. Richard. Yes. Okay. I am in the middle of class right now, actually. So can we schedule a call back? I can call you back at the end of my last class around 1:30. Is that okay? Wonderful. I'll give you a call back. Thank you. Bye-bye. Sorry about that. So we are highlighting, going through this document to better understand what we need as our knows and need to knows. So I'm going to turn it over to you, actually, and I'm going to let you continue reading what we're doing in this project, what we're going to be trying to put together, and come up with those lists of knows and need to knows at the bottom. Okay. Now, I'm going to kind of put a pin in this, and I'm going to go on to the next thing I want you to do. so that you can work on everything and I don't have to interrupt you because everybody's going to be at a different pace. So stick with me really quick. We're going to go over to, I got a question over here real quick. I'll come back to that in just a second. So we're going to go over here and let's look at career interest test assignment, okay? So obviously for this project, you all are going to be picking a career and doing research on that career, okay? What you individually want to do for that future career. So this career interest test, and there's lots of these online for you to go and do, but this is an easy one. It's kind of shorter. It's not too complicated, and it will just give you a good idea of where to start. So click on the link above, it's actually below, and take the career interest test. Once you have finished the test and received your result, write down your career cluster on the drop box below. So one question I need to answer, one need to know I need to answer about career cluster is, what do we mean by career cluster? And I'll show you in a second. But long story short, it kind of gives you an idea of the type of job you want. Is it a STEM-based job? Is it in health services? Is it industrial? Is it in sales? And this little test is going to give you an opportunity to see that. So let's look at this test together. So you click on the link and it'll take you right over to it. And it is going to pop you right into college search test. Takes 2 to 3 minutes, no registration, really quick. And I'm just going to go through, and I'm just going to kind of guess really quick on these. Obviously, you need to read through, and like one question, for example, major in degree in science, technology, engineering, math. How interested are you in that? So this student might be like, yes, I really like those subjects. I like STEM subjects. I like engineering. I like mathematics, all that. Very interested. So you're going to answer all these questions to the best of your ability. So let's look at another one just so you can see. So attend a trade vocational school. No, I'm not really interested in a trade vocational school. I want to go to a 4-year college. Attend a college in near my home or in my state. Yes, I want to stay close to my home or in my state. Attend college completely online. No, I'm not interested. I want to work at a school. Attend a school with an ROTC program. Slightly interested. And this is taking you to college search. Why is it taking you to college search? I see. You want to take the free career test. I jumped in too quick. Let me look at this. You all go and work on your knows and need to know entry document. I apologize, but I think this link is not working for me. Go and do that, and then I'll be right back and to kind of talk to you all about how to get through this. So go ahead, stay on the Google Meet, go and get that figured out, and then I'm going to fix this link, and we'll go from there. Thanks. If you go back into your assignment, sorry, the link was taking us to the what college you're interested in. That's not what I wanted, and I had to change the link. Long story short, it is now available to you. And if you go into that career interest inventory, and hold on, I'll share my screen here in just a second. So if we go into that career interest inventory, all right, I'm getting there. So career interest test, and go to that link. It will pop open this website, which is actually the free career test for students and adults. Only takes a couple minutes. And these questions are pretty simple. They are like the ones I was showing you a second ago. But start your free career test. So all you're going to do is go through and answer these questions. I actually have one that I had done earlier, and I'm on like the last few questions. So to show you how it works is, so it gives you a statement like create graphics for video, games, films, or websites. I'm not an artist, so I would put I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in creating videos, games, or films. I kind of like video games, so I might put slightly interested, but really I'm not into like graphics. I'm not very good at it. I wouldn't want to do it as a job. So number 50, advise others on their legal rights. So I'm actually slightly interested in that, maybe even interested in that. I like government, I like rights and the legal side of the world. So I'm interested in that. Help your community during a crisis. I'm slightly interested in that. And it's pretty clear what some of these questions are asking. Like, do you want to work as an EMT or a police officer, firefighter? I'm not probably one you do as a job, so I'm slightly interested. Design works of art for others to enjoy. So I'm not interested in that. I'm not great at art. I'm good at woodworking, but not art necessarily. So I'm going to put not interested on that one. So you're thinking about your future career as you're doing this. Teach a large group on how to do something. Well, yeah, I'm very interested in teaching large groups how to do things. Promote or market a brand new project. Maybe a little interest in that. Understand world events and politics. Very interested in that. Being a U.S. or a history teacher, I'm really into world events and politics. Conduct science experiments. I'm kind of interested in science experiments. I'm not really interested in science, but I'm slightly interested. And then the last page, so there's 60 questions, but they go by really fast. It's going to take you 5 minutes to do this, maybe longer if you're really going into it. So I'm giving you plenty of time to work on it. Innovate and design better products, slightly interested. Career requiring less than 2 years of education. No, I wanted to go to 4-year college. Advise people about healthy lifestyle habits. I'm interested in teaching and helping people be healthy. Learn how to cook with various ingredients. Yeah, I'm actually interested in that. I like cooking. And then at the end, you're going to hit submit. This is what I really wanted you to see. Oh, some questions are not answered. Goodness. Let me go back and make sure I answered all the questions. So you can go ahead and start your survey. Oh, there it is. Code and app. Nope, not interested in coding an app. Make sure all the others are correct. Oh, that's the very first one. Slightly interested in solving math problems. So if I go and hit submit, so it's going to make you make sure you answer every single question. Submit, and it will say write down this special code. You don't have to write down that code. Only if you want to go back and see it. You're welcome to take a screenshot of it, but you don't have to. I'm going to go and say view your results. Once I hit view my results, I can scroll down, and these are your career clusters. This big idea here. So my interest level, 100% obviously, is going to be for me. I'm a teacher. I always wanted to be a teacher. Education is 100% for me. But if I scroll down, I can see others. So I'm also 90%, 91.6% interested in social sciences. But you can read through and be like, what does this want me to do? So it says that careers in education is projected to grow as numbers of schools and college enrollments increase. So it's a good job to go into. It says, hey, maybe you should be a middle school or high school teacher. And then careers that are involved, all of these careers are involved. So from these results, I'm going to look through all these. And maybe I'll see the first one. I'm like, no. Like you might be sitting here doing the same thing as I'm doing. And you see education, you're like, nope, don't want to be a teacher. Don't want that at all. And that's okay. You just scroll down and look at the next one. So social sciences. Oh, I don't want to be in social sciences. Okay, I want to be in business. That's kind of what I see. And you can look through and read. And then down here, you can see, and this has lots of business information for that, but career options is what you want, okay? Healthcare, I was only 66%. And you can go all the way down to the bottom and see where I am. Like, I'm not very much legal. Like, I wouldn't have been a lawyer, okay? Or into technology or anything like that. So, but you're looking to say, what career would I want to do within that field? So you're going to take this information, you're going to go back to Echo, and in the Dropbox provided, you are going to write what your career cluster and job is. So I will put education, and I want to be a teacher. So today, you know, going into next week, what your job that you want to do. Sorry about the technical issues earlier, but so your two goals, I'm going to let you all leave the Google Meet if you want to at this point. Your two goals are number one, getting the entry document knows and need to knows done. And then number two, the career interest test assignment and making sure to submit into the Dropbox what your career cluster is and what job you'd want to do after taking that quiz. Okay, so just one sentence is fine. It's all I need. Okay, if you have questions, I'll be on Google Meet and in GoGuardian. Let me know. Thanks.